No doubt that small and big South African businesses have taken a massive knock. Some will have to start from scratch again. Those who are covered will now have to claim from their insurance policies as a form of relief. Here to discuss whether businesses can claim insurance if they've been affected is Viviene Pearson from the South African Insurance Association. Vivienne, thank you so much for joining us. You must have been shocked at what you've been seeing. These riots have been absolutely devastating. Are incidences like these riots covered in general business insurance premiums?
Good morning. Yes, of course, we really are very concerned about the situation in South Africa currently, together with, I think, every other citizen in South Africa. So from an insurance point of view, the claims in terms of insurance cover, for example, because of riots, strikes, civil and public commotion, which we are seeing here, which would be potentially politically motivated, those claims are not covered by the private insurance companies in South Africa. But that does not mean that it isn't covered. So SAIA, which is a state-owned entity and also a member of SAIA and a part of the non-life insurance industry in South Africa, was created specifically for these kind of events. So SAIA was created to cover special risks, and that then includes politically motivated riots, strikes, civil and public commotion.
So let me get this right. Private insurance won't cover most of this, or will cover some of this, but SAIA is the body that's been created to cover incidents like the riots and the destruction that we've seen right now. How do they go about claiming as businesses?
Yes, so SAIA work very closely with the private insurers. The private insurance act as an agent for SAIA. So in terms of claiming, we really recommend to those businesses and individuals being affected by these activities to really, as soon as possible, contact the brokers and or the insurers, and the claims process will be started from there. I would like to add that SAIA, have really geared up already since Monday in putting people in place to deal with these kind of claims. So as soon as the claims come in, the insurance companies and the brokers, together with SAIA, will work very, very hard to make sure that these claims can be processed as soon as possible.
Vivienne, is there any chance of a business filing a claim and then having that claim rejected?
This is a very difficult question. So those claims, would obviously have to be assessed, but I don't think that this will be a difficult process. We are all seeing what happens. There will be checks and balances. In other words, liaising with the police. Is this part of a protest action? Did it happen in this area? And in that way, these claims can be quickly assessed and deemed to be part of these kind of actions.
What happens in the long term, Vivienne? Will these claims have a massive impact on the insurance industry in general? Will everyone have to pay more premiums now? And will that then be passed on to consumers?
As I've indicated, SAIA is equipped to deal with these claims. There may be some claims that, could actually just be theft, opportunistic theft and things like that, which then would be covered by the private insurers. But this remains to be seen, what kind of claims are coming in. I don't believe that there will be a huge impact on the insurance sector, other than SAIA, which I believe is well equipped to deal with these claims. So for the moment, I don't necessarily foresee increases the premiums, but that depends on the quantity and the of the claims that are coming.
Well, thank you for joining us, Vivienne. That was Viviene Pearson, the CEO of the South African Insurance Association, saying that she doesn't think there's going to be a big impact on the private insurance industry and that we might see a situation where premiums don't necessarily increase, which I suppose is some good news. But I don't know if they're equipped to deal with the amount of damage and devastation that we've seen. I'm sure they're equipped to deal with some of it, but it's a lot.
I felt a little depressed after hearing that, especially if I was a business owner. Maybe you can put me right. Sasria there was saying that independent businesses, such as, I suppose, Santam, etc., they don't cover political and civil unrest.
I think that's exactly what she was saying.
So you would have to go to Sasria in order to get that claim.
She said some of it might be covered.
Yeah, it was kind of, it was a bit vague, wasn't it?
It wasn't really clear, and I think maybe she couldn't get into the technicalities of what would be covered and what wouldn't.
Still doesn't sound like an easy situation to be in. Something I don't understand, and I know you wouldn't either, but I have to ventilate it, is, all right, you take the goods, you loot, you pillage, you take what you want. Why burn? Why the arson afterwards? Yeah. I don't quite get that.
And that's a question that some of the members of the security cluster were putting forward as well, saying the arson is what worries them and makes them think that there are other forces behind what we're seeing right now.